get into Malik Monk and the sweepstakes that look to be on its way. All right. Evan Sittery has brought up the Magic, the Pistons, the Thunder, and the Sixers as potential fits for Malik Monk. And Chris, I saw something a couple days ago talking about $25 million a year for Malik Monk.
Yeah, we'll see. I think could be up to 25 mil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think 25 mil is going to happen. I just think that's too much money. I don't know who like maybe the Pistons are a team that could throw that off at him, but I don't think the Magic are going to throw that at him, and I wouldn't think the Sixers will unless they get really desperate.
Right. So all four of these teams are teams that we've brought up before.
Yeah.
Right. Besides the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much we've really discussed the Thunder and the landing spot there. Do they need another playmaker? I mean, they want to move off of Josh Giddey. It feels like they're moving off of Josh Giddey because honestly, because he can't shoot, right? Because he is a playmaker, but he cannot shoot. He can do basically everything else. He's getting better on defense. He's a young dude in the league, but they just want something more electric.
Yeah,
with Malik Monk.
I was kind of essentially it would be in that Giddey role, but from what I understand, I was reading a Thunder-based article about their interest in Monk and specifically about this article, and it was kind of a bit of a luxury for OKC if they wanted to. But I think the problem is kind of like what we were talking about with Orlando. It does ruin their flexibility quite a bit. And it's just that would have to be the move that they view as the thing that puts them over the top. And OKC, more so even than Orlando, has a lot of young guys who have contracts coming up that they're going to have to make decisions on, and they're going to have extra funds for. I just don't know if they're going to view Malik as the kind of guy that is just absolutely you have to bring in. I feel like they're going to go a little bit high, swinging more for the fences than Malik. Malik feels like, somebody for them specifically that, with all the assets they have and the trajectory they're on, like, I don't know if Malik is necessarily the kind of, I feel like they want a Paul George. I feel like, they want to maybe get into the KD conversations. It feels like getting Malik Monk for them would be a bit of okay, I guess. And I don't know if Malik wants to sign up for a situation where I don't know where in the pecking order he falls in that OKC totem pole. Like he'd probably be like the third, fourth scoring option. And, here you could realistically say he's 2 and at worst 3. And I would say the same in Orlando.
Well, and he doesn't meet the height requirement for OKC. Everybody is 6'5"
or defense, honestly.
Team. Yeah.
I mean, they're a scrappy defensive team. Malik is not that.
I just am trying to figure out with the same reason we're hearing rumblings about Josh Giddey and moving off of him because of Jalen Williams. You have a basically a ball handler with him.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to add Malik Monk. Yeah, it almost feels like, to your point, it would be a diminished role for Malik.
Yes,
where he's trying to go in the other direction. And that's another way to look at this thing. Even out of the other 3 teams that are mentioned, the Sixers, where is Malik going to be on that pecking order? I mean, maybe 3.
Maybe, yeah.
He'd hope to.
He's not going to be ahead of Embiid.
No.
I doubt he's going to walk in and be ahead of Maxey. So that's 3 at best. And they have bigger plans too.
So
they're in the Paul George talk.
So that's 2 right there. And then you have the Magic who, the Magic, I think he would be, it's funny. He would be number 3, but he'd actually be as high as maybe number 1 from a guard standpoint.
Sure.
I know Paolo he's a kind of a do-it-all type guy, but he would be number 2 as far as the scoring guard, if you will. I mean, you got Wagner and you got Paolo, but none of their guards can do anything offensively. So even though he would be 3, he would be 3 in a different way in Orlando. So that's why Orlando has scared us.
Yep.
And then the Pistons, if they want to throw him the bag and make it the Cade Cunningham and Malik Monk show, okay,
go ahead.
That's the one that we can't.
There's nothing you could do.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, then it was clearly just about the money at that point. It's like, well,
which we don't hate on this show.
No,
I mean, hey,
absolutely.
If your leader tells you to go get the bag,
and trust me, I would much rather have Malik in Detroit than have him being as successful. If he's going to leave, please go to Detroit. Like, I don't want to see it's already, we already have to deal with Tyrese Halliburton and all this stuff. If Malik goes to a winning situation and then he's hitting big shots and big games, did the Kings put themselves in a situation to even let him leave and all that stuff? So I'm definitely for the narrative.
And somebody finds, did you see the money that they saved for Sasha?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And that's when
and how many minutes has Sasha played in the last 2 years,
Absolutely
Bob?
Not.
The last 2 years. No,
I can't have it. I
cannot do it. Cannot do it. All right. Continuing the conversation on Malik Monk. We see people still going back and forth on this 3-point situation and what is gamesmanship and what is just smart play when it comes to basketball. Also, a top 25, under 25, and